Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha. Today I'm going to be sharing with you an oldie but a goodie, and what I mean by that is over the last couple of weeks I've had requests for videos to be shared with you, perhaps revisiting older palettes that I've already shared a look with or a review of, and I thought that is such a great idea. So I thought I'm going to start off with this one, and it really is an oldie but such a goodie. The palette that I'm going to be sharing a look with you today is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill collaboration palette, and it looks like this. You would have all have seen it. It is just amazing. I don't think I've heard one bad thing about this palette, so I thought it's time to share another look with you. So inside you get all of these beautiful shades. Now unfortunately my palette didn't come with name shades, so I've got it on my iPad and I will be mentioning each shade that I share with you. I'll also be swatching each shade that I apply onto my eye as well. So I'm just going to move my iPad and yeah, I thought I'm going to start off with this one because, like I say, I hear such good things about it. And over the last, I would say 6 months, definitely the beginning or the first half of this year, there has been so many fantastic products launched, and I have been very, very busy sharing with you, you know, those new products, reviews of those, try-ons of those. So I think that this is such a great idea to go back and share with you looks from previous palettes. And not only that, this is such a popular palette. The formulation in this is amazing, and I must say that when and obviously I've done this eye because it helps me whenever I do an eye look for you. I must admit that these shadows, I mean I haven't used this palette for a while because, like I say, I'm always sharing with you new products, new releases and so forth, and that, you know, that's partly what YouTube is about, you know, sharing with you products and my thoughts. But I forgot how great this palette was, and when I applied the shades on my eye, they blended effortlessly. You can see there is just, well, I'm impressed. I've also got a brand new product that I've shared with you in a haul that I've also tried on today. And yeah, we'll get into that more as we get into the video. I would also first of all like to share with you what I'm wearing on my lips. I have got on as a lip liner the Renaissance lip liner in Vow. So I've lined my lips with that. I've then gone in with one of my favourite MAC lipsticks. It is literally flat because and not much left, called Blankety, because I love it so much. It's like a pinky neutral. It's beautiful. I'll just swatch it actually. It's that colour and it is quite nude on me, but I love it so much. It's a little bit glossy, but I wanted more gloss, so I have added the High Shine lip gloss in the buff, and it's from Next. This is £5, very affordable. I must actually share with you a video of all the new products from Next. I mean, I've shared with you the brushes, and I've now shared with you the lip gloss, but I absolutely love this. It's like a cream feel, and it doesn't feel gloopy at all, which I really don't like, but I absolutely love it over the top of Blankety, and it works very well with this eye look. Okay, so getting into the actual eye look, of course I'm going to be starting off with my regular brush. I'm just going to actually clean off a little bit of the shade, and I'm using the, I'm calling it a colour switcher from Primark. It was just £1.50. I like to use the same brush, but I needed to clean off the deeper colours. The first shade that I'm going in with, let me just get my iPad because I've now touched it and oh, there we go, I've got the shades up. So the first shade I went in with is Creamsicle, which is this shade here, and I thought that it would work very well with my blouse, and I was very much inspired by the blouse that I'm wearing. So I wanted something a little bit warm, but also something daytime appropriate. So this is the first shade. Obviously I will list everything down below, and of course that is Creamsicle. So I'm just going to dip my Primark Eye Contour brush into that. What I will say about these shades, that when you dip your brush in, they do have a little bit of kickback. Now I've mentioned it numerous times on my channel. Revolution palettes have kickback. Lots of the Huda one that I've recently shared with you, the Desert Dusk palette, that had kickback. A lot of very intense eyeshadows have kickback. And for me, not only does it show that the shadow that I'm going to be using is going to be quite pigmented, or I hope that it's going to be pigmented, but it also shows me that it's a powder. It's not pressed so firm that it's not going to blend, and that is what I find. A little bit of kickback is good. The shade is pigmented, it also blends well, and that is what I have found as standard with every palette that I have used with a little bit of kickback, and this one is no exception. So I've got that Creamsicle shade on the brush. I'm just going to start blending it in. Now, as always, I've primed my eyes and I've applied the Revolution Pro Eye Elements in Core. I've actually nearly used that one all up, and I have got another one. Is it Central? I think it's called Central, which is more of my skin tone colour. And yeah, I'm really excited actually about starting on that one. I have shared it with you, but I really love that one. I mean, Core is amazing too. If you've got my skin tone and you have purchased or are going to purchase Core, or it's on its way, yeah, don't panic. You know, that's what I wear all of the time at the moment. It's just a little bit more of a yellow tone to it, but Central has got a little bit of pink to it. Now that is the first shade laid down. I love it. What also I like about these shades is that you can build them up. So you saw when I initially put on the first layer, you know, went in for the first time, it gave me some colour but not too much. So then I went in a second time, and you know, that's how I like to wear eyeshadow anyway. I don't want to go in with an eyeshadow that is, you know, boom, the colour's there and you can't blend it out and you're panicking. It's easier for me to add shade than it is to take it away. A lot easier. So like I say, that's the first shade. Now I'm just going to have a look, and the next shade that I went in with was Roxanne, which is this one here, and it's right in the middle, that one there. So I'm just going to swatch that one for you. So that one is Roxanne there. Just going to clean my hand. Okay, so I'm just going in with the same brush, and what I'm going to do is start off on the outer third of the eye, of the eyelid, and then just blend that out. And again, a little bit at a time, and I think actually that is probably one of the best tips that you can do when you you know, apply eyeshadow, or when you're first applying eyeshadows. You know, less is more to start with, and then just keep adding a little bit at a time. But I just forgot how great these eyeshadows are. They blend so beautifully. I love it. And I'm not going to take this shade in too far. I'm going to keep it into the first half of the eye there, in the crease. I'm taking it up a little bit, but I don't want it, you know, to take over that first yellow shade that we laid down, because we want to be able to see that as well. But you can see that it's blending so beautifully. I just love it. Now this, I don't know why, but this is why I always do tutorials on camera on this eye. For some reason this eye is more tricky. I don't know if it's the light in here, because I actually put my makeup on elsewhere usually, and the light in here is different. So this eye, for whatever reason, is you know, a little bit easier for me to put the eyeshadow on with. But I found that even with this eye, the shadow went on and I thought, wow, I'm amazed by that. It just was effortless for me, which is what I want. I want everything to be easy. This look is also a little bit of a mix of cool and warm shades as well, and of course I'll get into that more in a moment. So that's the second shade laid down. Then I went in with, let me just make sure I've got the, whoops, the name. This is why I wish that they would have given out the name cards with, I know that the PR package that went out to YouTubers, there was a card with all the shades on there, but for, you know, people like myself that just purchased from the website, there wasn't, and it is just a little bit frustrating that I have to keep looking at my iPad. But the shade I went in with next is Jacz, which is that one there. They've obviously put the names now on all of the newer palettes. They are adding it. It's just this one, unfortunately, was before that. So this one is Jacz, and this one is deeper, and it's also redder in tone. But you can see that these shades all work very, very well together. That's not a terribly good swatch. I tried to actually blend it in, but it didn't work. So now I'm going to get a little bit of that red tone, and I'm just going to deepen up the crease and the outer V area a little bit more. I do love warm tones, but I was really actually excited to just put on a cooler tone as well, and it works. So you can definitely mix these cool and warm tones and it works beautifully. I'm also just patting the colour on with my brush. This is another reason why I really like these contour brushes, because you can get right in there with that point of the brush, and these brushes are now making their way back to Primark, thank goodness. And if you're in the Norfolk area, they have made their way into Norwich Primark. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going back into the shade, and sorry, I'm just getting the shades back up. I'm going back into the shade Creamsicle now, and I'm just going to run that shade underneath the eye. I'm also going into the shade Jacz, and I'm just going to add a little bit of that over the top. Blend that out, and then I'm going back into Creamsicle again, and I'm blending that out again. Just the Creamsicle shade, I'm just coming down a little bit lower. I'm also blending out this area here on the outside, because what I want is a nice blend here. I don't want it too harsh. So that is the eye look nearly done. I'm just going to add a little bit more of the Jacz shade and a little bit more of Creamsicle. Like that. Just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, now I'm going in with the shimmer shade. So at the moment I've just added all warm tones, which I love, but I really wanted something different. I didn't want to go in with that classic red or warm tone shimmer, and I actually went in with the shade Hustle, which is this shade here, and you can see that when you first look at it, it looks very like grey, but actually when you swatch it, it has a tiny little bit of, it looks very expensive to start with. It's one of those neutral colours. It's like champagne, but it's cooler than that, and it's just stunning. It's got a slight, like I say, slight pink tone to it, and it is beautiful. And I thought, is that colour going to work with these warm tones? I'm going to try it, and I was really impressed with what it looked like on the eyelid. So I'm just going to put that all over the lid. Beautiful colour. It's not perhaps as intense shimmery as some of the shades in here, but like I say, it's daytime appropriate. It looks beautiful. I love it. So now I'm swapping over to one of my flat Wilko brushes. Again, I'm going into that same shade Hustle. I'm just going to take that shade all around the inner corner. And then blend it in here. And when I did that, I thought, it's beautiful, but it's just not as intense as what I would like. So then I went in with the shade Obsessed, and it's the shade here, Obsessed. So I'm just going to just pop a little bit of that shade right into the corner, just to give me a little bit of shimmer. Absolutely beautiful. So that is now all of the shadows applied. Love it. Just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Love that. Now I'm going to apply the Revolution HD Smoky liner onto my waterline. Love it. I'm just making sure that they definitely do look the same. They do. Okay, now I went in with, let me just shut the palette. I went in with something a little bit different. I've had this for a while. Let me just get the box. And it is the Too Faced Glitter Pop Peel Off Eyeliner. I'm not too worried about the peel off part, but I really love, as I've mentioned before, glitter. I love anything that is, you know, reflective, you know, in whether it's jewellery, makeup or anything. I just love it. I'm a little bit of a magpie, and I came across this when I was purchasing the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette, and this I really took my eye because, and I'll just show you the packaging. I have shared it with you in a haul, so that's what the packaging looks like. You can get different colours, but I went with Hey Mr. DJ, which is a black liquid liner with gold glitter in it. Like I said, they did have other shades, and I've also purchased 3 of these shades, or 3 of these products from Rimmel, and they're very similar. And if you would like me to do a haul, you know, not a haul, but sharing those 3 with you, I will be happy to do so. And what it does is, because I shared with you that glitter eyeshadow palette at the weekend from Revolution, which launches very soon in the next couple of days, and I love that. I love really intense glitter, but sometimes you either can't wear, you know, glitter all over, or you just don't want to, perhaps. And this is going to give me that glitter look little bit of sparkle without being too much. So I'm just going to apply it. I really like the fact that it's got a very thin tip there that works really well. I found it so easy to apply off camera. Let's hope the same applies on camera. So the same thing applies. I always start in the middle. My eye shape just will not take black eyeliner that is all across my eye. It just closes my eye up completely. So I'm just going to line that on my lash line. Love that. Now I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it because it is only a very slight amount of glitter, but I really love the fact that when the light hits it, I can just see that little bit of sparkle. Absolutely beautiful. So I hope that you can see it, but it just adds something else. And of course, now I'm going to apply my mascara, which as always is the Primark PS Amplif-eyed mascara in black. So I'm just going to apply that now. In between the lashes, I can just see that little pop of sparkle, which I absolutely love. Beautiful. Okay, so that is my eye look, revisiting the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe collaboration, or I should say Morphe and Jaclyn Hill. I absolutely love the look that I've created. I think the palette blends, sorry, I'm trying to say so many words, blends beautifully. I just think this palette is just amazing. Sorry, I've closed my eye with mascara on, but that's cleared it. So yeah, absolutely love it. I hope that you've enjoyed that. Whether you've already got that palette or whether you're thinking about getting it, I hope that has perhaps inspired you to perhaps pull the palette out again, or perhaps you would like to purchase it and you wanted perhaps my thoughts on that. So like I say, I hope that's helped. If you have just stumbled across my channel, I would absolutely love it if you subscribe to watch further videos. I am at the moment sharing videos daily. Actually, I just wanted to swatch that last shade. There it is, that last shade that I put on the inner corner, and you can see actually how much more reflective the last shade is to that one there. Sorry, I just wanted to do that. But yeah, if you would love to, if you wouldn't mind, I would love it if you subscribed. Sorry, I've lost my train of thought. I would love it if you subscribe to watch further videos. It makes my day to see my figures going up, and yeah, I can't get to my goal, which is 10,000 subscribers, without you all. But until tomorrow, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.